Thank you, Phyllis. That's beautiful. My name is Jonna Capio, and I will be your service leader for today. Welcome to Unity of Bloomington. It's really nice to see all of your faces today. Thank you. At Unity, we offer practical spiritual teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. We are a center for spiritual growth, and we provide inspiration, tools, and practices that support people on their path of spiritual growth. We also extend a special welcome to those of you who are joining us online today. If you would like to find out more about us or to receive our newsletter, we invite you to visit our website at unityofbloomington.org. You can also subscribe to our newsletter while you are visiting our website. All right, please stand and join us in combining our voices and our welcoming, joyful songs. Thank you. Please join me in affirming our statement of being. Together, There is only one presence and one power in the universe, God the good, omnipotent. This power expresses life, love, wisdom, and abundance through me. In it, I live and move and have my being. Please be seated. So one way we empower intentional, abundant, and meaningful living is by practicing and living our 5 basic principles. I will state the principle and invite you to respond with the affirmation. God is absolute good, everywhere present. God is. We have a spark of divinity within us, the Christ Spirit within. Our very essence is of God, and therefore we are also inherently good. I am. We create our experience of life by the activity of our own thinking. Everything in the manifest realm has its beginning in thought. I create. Prayer is creative thinking that heightens the connection with God-mind and therefore brings forth wisdom, wholeness, prosperity, and everything good. I pray. Through thought, words, and action, we live the truth we know. I live. So for September, our theme is centered. This year, we're exploring and practicing ways in which we can embrace our unlimited good. So during the month of September, we explore being centered. Staying centered is the practice of frequently tuning in to intentionally align our consciousness with divine nature. It helps me cultivate a feeling of peace and groundedness and of sanity and assurance. When I'm centered, I can open my heart fearlessly to what life is bringing me, knowing nothing can rock me off balance. I never need to look outside of myself for rescue or provision. There's no need for worry or anxiety. When I'm centered and open, I become aware of spiritual inspiration that guides me, and I know my good comes to me in unexpected ways. All I will ever need comes from the spiritual presence within me. So in prayer and meditation, I center myself in the awareness of this eternal source. So please join me in saying this month's affirmation together. I stay centered in truth by aligning my consciousness in spirit daily. So here are some announcements that I'd like to offer you. So today we are celebrating 40 years of spiritual growth here at Unity of Bloomington. Join us after the service for the ultimate celebration of our 40th anniversary. And then after the luncheon of smoked meats and other barbecue dishes, we will celebrate with some history, some memories, and some storytelling from members and friends throughout the years. There will be an opportunity for you to share your memories of Unity during the live mic session at the luncheon, and all are welcome. The Healing Sounds meditation that Janice Jaffe does has a time adjustment. It's going to be today here in the chapel, but it's at 3 p.m. Please feel free to come. There you can relax to her vocal toning, accompanied by Tibetan and crystal bowls. There is a $10 love offering, but no one will be turned away. So bring your yoga mat, pillow, and/or blanket for your comfort. So at Unity, we look forward to taking a rose home with us after the service. Each Sunday is a symbol of our connection to Unity of Bloomington. Ginger has been the gracious sponsor of our roses to date. She also picks them up each week. Just in the last few years, she corrects me. So thank you. It is. But with our transition changes, we are seeking a new rose sponsor for a month, a quarter, however long Spirit leads you. And so thank you for considering this giving opportunity for Unity. Please see a board member for details. And now we would like to hear from our board president, Phyllis Wycliffe, for an announcement.
I think all of us who attended the community conversation with Reverend Stephanie Sy last week felt a lot of renewed energy at the end of that conversation. It was a really good conversation. She pulled out of each one of us the things that we really like about Unity in Bloomington and the things we want to keep during this transition and after the transition. And she spoke a little more about the neutral zone, the need to be as we find out who we are. We discovered that our mission, vision, and core values haven't been reviewed for quite a few years, actually, and that's something we will need to address. Renewing our core values, our mission, and our vision as Unity of Bloomington will help us determine who we are as a community and how we want to move forward. And stating those concepts is part of the search packet that we'll have to fill out in order to find a new minister. So there will be some community work that will be needed to be done to redevelop those things before we actually can start the search for a new minister. And that's something that wells up from the community, from within us. It's not something that's handed down from on high, either by our leadership here at Unity of Bloomington or from the mothership, so to speak. It's something that we decide. So if you could kind of, in your meditation over the next month or so, look at your own personal core values and mission and vision for life and kind of use that to bring with you to develop the larger terms of those for Unity of Bloomington. The board held a Zoom meeting with a possible transitional minister candidate this past week, and it went very well. We have another meeting with another possible candidate tomorrow. So the process is underway. And once we make a decision, negotiations may still take a little while, but we're definitely moving along the pathway. We're working on developing instructions for the leadership team positions that you have agreed to take over. And we'll be looking to each one of you who have agreed to take on a role for additional ways that will make things in your little corner a little better. So please be thinking about possible ideas you might like to incorporate into your role as we move forward. As a board, we have set the intention that Spirit leads us in finding the best fit for a transitional minister first, in renewing our core values, and in everything that touches the life of Unity in Bloomington, as it is now and as it is to be in the future. We maintain that intention with Spirit as our constant guide. We are so grateful for your support. Thank you.
I know that we're all here to celebrate 40 wonderful years, and I am just thrilled to be a member of this church. But at the same time, we have a leader in our church that has given her soul to this church, and she is going to be celebrating her ordination to the priesthood or to the ministry. And that is going to be her 40th on September 30th. So I'd like just a little recognition for Reverend Lynn.
Congratulations. And we'll continue conversation at the tables after the service today about where we are and where we want to go and where we've been. So thank you all for coming. So now we're going to take a moment of silence. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience on earth. And with this experience come all the challenges of being human together. We recognize there are places in our world where there is the appearance of conflict and people are displaced and dying. In the midst of all of this, we believe that there is no person, situation, or force greater than the power of God, our source of peace, strength, wisdom, and courage. Let us be silent together in the one presence as we affirm divine order and the experience and expression of peace in every corner of our planet. And so it is. So it's now time to read from the Daily Word. The Daily Word is produced and printed by Unity, and you can learn more about this tool by visiting dailyword.com. So the word for today is actually from October 11. For those of you who read the Daily Word, psych, it's Ginger's choice because it's Ginger's message. So today our affirmation is, I am in the flow of divine life and order. And this is from Mark 4:28. The earth produces of itself first the stalk, and then the head, then the full grain in the head. Divine order. I am in the flow of divine life and order. I am inspired by the order I see exemplified in nature and also in my life. The growing cycle of plants is a familiar illustration. From seed to sprouts that progress through their inherent sequence to maturity. Likewise, from birth, I have grown physically and mentally from infancy to a striving toddler and beyond. I am blessed that the steps of my growth include my increasing faith and spiritual awareness, recognizing incremental growth as universal. I am aware that an orderly flow is happening within and all around me. Whenever I need encouragement, guidance, or peace of mind, I consciously and prayerfully envision myself in the flow of divine order and divine life. I nurture my unfoldment with faith, patience, and trust in the activity of God in me. Together, I am in the flow of divine life and order. And now please repeat it silently to yourself. I am in the flow of divine life and order. So today, the message and the musical inspiration will be provided by Ginger Curry.
Seeing the reflection that is me, looking past the door and then the key, make the choice, hear the voice, wholeness waits for me in the eye of the storm. There is peace. Answering the call to be the presence, centering the body and the soul. Take each day, be the way, wholeness lives in you. In the eye of the storm, there is truth. the choice, hear the voice. Wholeness waits for me in the eye of the storm. There is peace. There is peace. There is peace.
Thank you so very much. And thank you, Phyllis. I leave little pieces of music on her piano and go, can you play this Sunday? And not in this key. Thank you so much. Oh, my heart is full with gratitude this morning. It's so grateful, my heart, and I am so grateful to see all of you with us here today, and those of you who are joining us remotely on the internet. We want to say a very big thank you and welcome. So, just to catch everyone up on the year 2022, we have been exploring embracing my unlimited good. And with that, I could say exploring embracing our unlimited good. And I wanted to recap because I love to recap, because you know, like how when you're watching a program on TV and a week goes by and you just can't quite remember what happened last week? Thankfully, the producers of that show do a little recap, highlight the things that they think will be important for you to understand what's going to happen in this next episode. So if we go back to January, we'll look that our first theme was about dreams. And our affirmation was, I embrace my dreams and express them in my life. I embrace my dreams, but not only do I embrace my dreams, but I choose to express them in my daily life. That brings about our third principle, I create. I create the experience of my life. February was all about love. I embrace, express, and experience love above all. March, we focused on health. I embrace and cultivate my health. I don't know about you, but I've already given up Diet Coke twice this year. And if I need to, I'm ready to give it up a third time, because I know that every day's a new beginning. And if something happens and, you know, if I slip up and I'm not living my best life right in this moment, I can make a new choice in the next moment and start again. April brought us faith. I embrace faith and live with assurance that all is well. It's easy to live with assurance that all is well when the sun is shining and everything is rainbow and butterflies. Rainbow roses and butterflies. Oh, it's so easy to just say, yes, my life is blessed and all is well. But there are times in our life when we need to hold on to that affirmation tightly and not let it go. I embrace faith and live life, no matter what I'm experiencing in this present moment, with the assurance that all is well. Change. I embrace change and navigate it gracefully. I don't know about you, but in March, I didn't know that there was going to be so much change in our future. It hadn't bubbled up to the surface yet, but here we are. We've been preparing ourselves for this moment right now. I embrace change. I navigate it gracefully. Beauty. I open my awareness and embrace beauty within and without. July brought us forgiveness. I embrace forgiveness and give it and receive it with grace. In August, last month, we were talking about the divine. I embrace and express the activity of the divine. And then in this month, We've been talking about centeredness. I stay centered in truth by aligning my consciousness with Spirit daily. Next month, we're going to be looking at release. I release control, and I allow Spirit to work. November, it's one of our favorites, gratitude. I embrace and express an attitude of gratitude. And then for December, we celebrate. I embrace and celebrate the gift of the Christ life. So I don't know about you, but I have been really practicing my principles this past year with the help of our monthly themes and with these affirmations that seem to always be useful in my life. So this month we've been exploring the theme of being centered. I stay centered in truth by aligning my consciousness daily, sometimes hourly, sometimes moment to moment with Spirit. So we draw from our fourth and our fifth principles for this. So our fourth principle is through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring forth or bring out the highest good in my life. And then the fifth principle is I do and give my best by living the truth I know. I make a difference. You might be saying, well, Ginger, how do I know when I'm not aligned with Spirit? Well, if you ever feel yourself being a little anxious,